I've made over 500 sales selling high ticket coaching programs through Instagram across 2 different businesses in the last 24 months. And my current business does about $100,000 a month in revenue. And I've helped over 180 sports coaches use Instagram to expand their training businesses online. Here is exactly how you can turn your Instagram into a sales funnel to start signing up online training clients into your training program. One of the biggest mistakes you can make with your Instagram page is not seeing it as a landing page to turn people that click on your profile into actual leads, whether that be a follow, a DM, they go to your website and apply, etc. But the first thing we need to understand is what actually makes an Instagram page good. And so this square right here is representing what the Instagram page looks like, okay? And so the first thing, and maybe most important, is having a good name and being verified, okay? So verification is like, I don't know, $15 a month. Maybe you hate the fact that it's $15 a month, but at the end of the day, business is oftentimes a pay-to-play game, right? And verification is not only going to push your engagement to the top of people's notifications, but also it gives you instant credibility. It shows that you're actually taking your business seriously. The next thing that we're going to look at is the profile picture, okay? So I'll just put a little star right there. With your profile picture, you want it to actually show some sort of credibility and show your face. Ideally, you're smiling. The reason why you want to show your face there is because most of you guys out there are going to be building your personal brand, right? People want to do business with other people. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And so your profile picture matters a lot, okay? You want it to be like a clear headshot and actually look decent, okay? And then right here, you're gonna have like your post number, your follower number, and your following number, okay? And so your post number doesn't really matter, but your follower to following count, as much as we hate to admit it, that actually matters a ton, okay? If you have like, let's say 1,000 followers and you follow 5,000 people, that looks terrible, okay? So the higher the ratio between the following to followers, right? The higher this ratio between following to followers, the more credible you're going to look on your Instagram page. I don't make the rules. This is just how it works, okay? And then after that, we're going to have our bio right here. Okay. And so your bio should have I help, your I help statement at the top, and then it should have some sort of credibility. I'll just put cred for the purpose of this video, and then a DM keyword, and then a call to action to the link below. Okay. And then I'll put the link box right here. We'll call this the link. Okay. And so the reason why you want to set up your bio this way is because somebody needs to land on your page and instantly be able to read your bio, look at your face, look at your name, and know who you are, what you do, and how you can help, right? So if you look at my Instagram page, it's I help, and then a bunch of sport ball emojis, go online, right? Because that's what I help people do. I help sports coaches expand their training businesses online. And then I have credibility. I'll say, 180 sports coaches helped, right? So that way you actually know, hey, this guy's actually done it. And we'll go into some real life examples here in a second. And then we want to have a DM keyword, okay? So if somebody wants to work with you, they need to send you a specific keyword, right? It could be if you're a hitting coach, DM me hit to get started. Or I say DM me remote to get started, right? So that way I know they're coming specifically from my bio, okay? They know that if they want to work with me, they're going to DM me the word remote, and then a call to action. If you don't know what CTA means, it's a call to action, okay? And so the call to action is just like, for me, it's how to make 10K a month training athletes online. For you, if you're a sports coach, it could be how to improve your exit velocity by 7 miles an hour. And then it's a link to either your YouTube video, right? You should have one main YouTube video, which is called a video sales letter, or it should be directly to your website. So that way people can actually applied to work with you, right? Let's say you have a Google form or you're good with landing pages, different things like that. It doesn't really matter. We're going to keep this pretty high level right now, but it should be a link right here to send people to get more information about who you are and what you do. Okay. And then after that, we're going to have these story highlights. There really are only 6 visible on the phone. Okay. And so you want to have one. The order doesn't matter because they will update as you post, right? So as you highlight these. So one that's like life, one that's proof, let's say talking head, right? and then let's say, I don't know, travel. Okay. And so those are the things that you're going to want on these highlights, right? And you're going to want them indexed specifically for, like let's say you post a picture, like you have a kid, it's you and your kid. You don't want to put that in the proof highlight because that wouldn't make sense. You want to index these specifically, and then you can title them, results. So once we have that, then it's the pinned posts. Okay. And so these pinned posts are super, super, super important for people to know who you are, what you do, and how you can help, right? So the first one that I like to say is my story. This should be a video that explains who you are, what you do, your background. It's kind of like a 90-second reel that shows people, hey, this is exactly what I do. I actually have a post that's like start here, and it's a two-step carousel post, right? So that way it says start here. When somebody lands on my page, they go to this one first, right? Because people read from left to right. Okay. Number two, you're going to want to have proof here. So this could be like a case study, testimonial video, something like that. But you want proof that what you're doing actually works. Okay. Why should I listen to you? That is one of the biggest questions that you have to answer in this online game, right? Why should I listen to you? And then this can be a call to action, a direct CTA, right? That says, hey, if you're this type of person and you have these problems and you want to get this result, DM me this specific keyword and we're going to work together. Okay. And so this is how you can set up your Instagram page to actually optimize for sales. One final concept I want to hammer home here is above the fold. Okay. So a lot of people are focused on their content, which is down here. Okay. But when a new person comes onto your page, all they're going to see is your Instagram, right? It's quote unquote above the fold, right? So it goes back to an old advertising term where like you would get newspapers, and when you get a newspaper, it's folded in half, right? Which is why everyone in the newspaper would focus on what's the top of the newspaper, right? You want to be above the fold. That's the most important news. And so if we know that most people are only going to read what's above the fold, we need to focus most of our time, effort, and attention on what's above the fold up here in order to get them to read more. That is all you're trying to do with your profile, right? Is when somebody lands on your profile, you're trying to get them to consume the rest of your content, but it's your entire profile that is selling the entire rest of your content. But if your content isn't very good, if it's not very compelling, people aren't going to want to watch the rest of your content. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look into, some of the people that I've worked with, right? And see how they're constructing their Instagram page. So when we look at this from a high level, Ian, obviously, number one, has a ton of followers. That's the first thing that we're going to look at, right? He's got a ton of followers, which is instant credibility. Also, he's verified, okay? He's paying, $15 a month to be verified on Instagram. Another thing that is very tactical is if we took out this thing right here, it wouldn't, you can probably read that out loud, right? And no, Ian Jenkins, and then boom. I'm not going to say it in this video because I'm trying to keep it professional, but his name is very tactical, but it's his name, okay? He's building his personal brand and then hitting. It's about hitting, okay? Then we're going to go to his profile picture, okay? So his profile picture is obviously him. It's showing him playing baseball, and then he's got his name here. A lot of people, like Instagram's a search engine. So we want to use the search engine to our advantage. Somebody should be able to look up Ian Jenkins and find him because Instagram, he's used his name properly, okay? This is where I think he maybe could improve a little bit, right? Because his I help statement goes on to 2 lines. That is very valuable real estate on your bio. So he says, I help high school hitters increase exit velocity, throwing velo, improve their 60, and help them get college offers. So he's pretty much helping them do everything. I would say I help athletes become freaks because his website is called the Freak Athlete Protocol. So if he said, I help high school hitters become freak athletes, I think that would be a lot better. Then he could insert some credibility right here. Okay. Because he has a ton of credibility. He's worked with some really high level people, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And then he says, DM me interested or click the link if you want offers. I think he should split this up into 2 lines, right? Where he says, DM me interested to get started. Click the link if you want to learn how to be a freak athlete. And then it takes him to the landing page with his main video sales letter breaking down his entire program. Okay. Now let's look at his highlights. So he's got testimonials and results. I think he could do a little bit better if he had life and travel. He lives a pretty cool life. Ian's a good friend of mine. He lives a pretty good life. If he showed people a little bit more of that, I think he could kind of build up his personal brand just a touch more. I mean, I'm not sitting here telling Ian what exactly to do. I'm just talking about how he could monetize his Instagram better. And then a huge thing that he's leaving out right here is the fact that he doesn't have any pin posts, right? If it was pinned, it would have a little pin right here in the corner. He doesn't have any of that, okay? And so while, yes, his Instagram is great, he's got a great personal brand, he's not leveraging the pin posts the way that he could be. And so this profile is obviously very good, but the biggest thing that we want to talk about is the fact that he has 248,000 followers. He has a huge audience to tap into. So it's going to be much easier for him to monetize. Let's check out somebody else and look at them, okay? Anthony Rodriguez, I've done, case studies and testimonials with Anthony. He makes about $10,000 a month with only 4,500 followers on Instagram. Let's see why, okay? So first of all, Anthony, we got to pay for verification, dude. That is terrible. We got to be verified here. It'll just give you instant credibility. I love the profile picture. The profile picture is great. It's just him smiling. He looks like a happy person. And then this ratio, right? That is a great ratio that he's got right there. It makes him look like he's actually a business. And look at the bio and the real estate that he's using. Anthony, remote pitching performance coach. I would even put his last name in there. So that way people can look up Anthony Rodriguez. And so it says Anthony Rodriguez, remote pitching performance coach. Because if somebody looks up a remote pitching performance coach, he's going to pop up, okay? And then he says, I help baseball athletes throw gas. I think that's great. And then he's got his credibility right here as well. And then more credibility, DM me Velo to get started. I would say he probably only needs one of these, and then he could have a CTA to the link down below the DM to get started, right? Because some people aren't necessarily ready to get started. Some people want a little bit more information. And so we're going to send them to this website right here, which has his main video sales letter on it, and people can apply to work with him, okay? And so I really like his usage of the story highlights, right? And so the reason why I really like the usage of his story highlights is because he just has a ton of results. He's got free stuff, and then he's got misconceptions, okay? I think he could, obviously, he's using a business account. He's not using his personal brand, Versatile Athletics Co. That's how we can know. But what I would say is if he was able to kind of show the training in person, right, to show who he is, right? That would be the biggest thing that I would say about the story highlights is somehow show who he is, because obviously it's about him, all right? Or else it would be a picture of, VA, Versatile Athletics, right? So that's how I would say that Anthony could maybe improve a little bit when it comes to the story highlights, but he's doing a great job with the pin posts, okay? This is his My Story video. This first one right here is his My Story video. I know that because obviously I work with him. And then he's got 2 great case studies with calls to action in each of them. And he's got really good thumbnails on them. I think this maybe if he showed the athlete's face right here, and then obviously showed, 93.4, that's instant credibility, 84 to 91 in 5 weeks. That is like, oh my goodness, how is he doing that? So Anthony is doing a great job here. Like I said, he's making $10,000 a month with only 4,500 followers. A lot of you guys out there watching this right now probably have, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 followers. And the reason you're not making $10,000 a month or more is because you don't know how to, play the game. You don't know how to turn your Instagram into a sales funnel like he's done right here, okay? And so we're going to look at a third one. This is Connor. Connor's got 3,600 followers. He made 25K in September, and he's got less followers, right? And it's a more niche market, and we're going to see exactly why, okay? Posture by Connor. Love the name, bro. We got to get verification. I would also make your profile picture your face. Nobody cares about the logo. People want to know about Connor Bedell, right? So Connor Bedell, he's got credibility. I don't even know what that is, but I'm assuming it's certifications. And then I help baseball players avoid injury. Nice. I've helped, how many people he's helped, which is cool. DM me Posture to get started. And then this is where he could do a better job. He goes, book a call below. Okay, I would probably have an emoji right here at the beginning. And then I would also have a call to action to the video sales letter in the link, right? You can see he's got 2 links, okay? We don't want 2 links. We want 1 link, okay? Because we want to send them to one place. We want to send them to one place. That's why it's called a funnel, right? We are funneling to them to a very specific place. I would put one link right here for his video sales letter. I would not put 2 links, and I would not say book a call either, okay? Because very seldom are people going to just go onto your profile and book a call with you without you ever speaking to them, at least without knowing more information. And if they do, they're probably not going to be super qualified. Okay. So let's move on to the story highlights. He's doing a great job with the wins. The biggest thing that I would say for Connor is just more lifestyle stuff. I like the YouTube. I really like the YouTube, but I would say lifestyle, and then, maybe misconceptions like what Anthony did, to where he can kind of, show people the misconceptions or answer a lot of frequently asked questions without actually having to talk to these people. Because on the internet, right, the difference between the internet and in person is you have to do a lot more of the sale without you ever speaking to the person. You have to answer a lot of these questions, right? When you're in person, most of the time it's probably a referral. It's a lay down most of the time, but on the internet, we have to do a lot of the sale before we talk to them in person. So I would say frequently asked questions. I like the YouTube, I like the wins, and then maybe something a little bit more personal. Connor is using his pin posts to a T. Okay, this is exactly what we want. He's got his My Story video right here where he's like, why my career ended. And then he's got a proof video right here. And then he's got a call to action video right here. I mean, this is just masterfully done. Connor is absolutely killing this part of it, right? There's obviously some things that he could be doing better, but he's only got 3,600 followers and he's making $25,000 a month. So obviously it's not all about how many followers you have. It's how good you can turn your Instagram into a sales funnel, convert leads, or convert, traffic coming onto the page, getting them to hit the follow button, getting them to message you, and then actually getting them on a call because of all this content that you're putting out for them every single day. If you're a sports coach and you want to expand your training business online by leveraging social media and online training, and you want to skip all the guesswork and you want me and my team's help directly, then I invite you to book a call to speak with me or my team.